Alright, not really. Hey guys, how you doing? We got semifinals here. Hawken versus Axe2U. The Battle of the Mages, and it's an interesting one. I think Anubis just like has a little bit more than Vulcan to offer. I think he's stronger in, in pretty much every regard. But Vulcan, is the type of god that can poke out an Anubis. Anubis who's got to really carefully set up that wrap combo and everything. He can get a lot of damage off on him from afar, and also, kind of interrupt him with the meatball when he goes for the wrap. One thing is he's knock-up immune during his one. Doesn't come into play too much.
To hell with thee.
Other than that, he can't stop him from clearing the wave. But it's not like he can easily go into his one to stop the poke from his three, because you don't want to be wasting your one as Anubis all the way down, all the way back in the lane where the three is usually hitting you from. But if it's up close quarters, and the Vulcan's trying to get you off of him, then you can go into the one real quick with Anubis, get that knock-up immunity, and actually make that count there. But it starts here. We got Bancrofts from the Anubis, so he doesn't have as much sustain with the pots as Axe2U does. He also doesn't have a cooldown start, but he's got a lot of damage. So if he gets an opportunity like that, he's gonna really pack a punch. A lot of damage down onto Axe there, and he's got to be really careful because that ult is up, but the wrap is down. So Hawken gonna still circle around here and look for something. Might be able to take this red. That opportunity for Hawken was... Ooh, that's embarrassing. That opportunity for Hawken right there... Ooh, wait a minute. Man. Alright, so he just kind of pulled the trigger there, hoped that he had enough damage to get Axe, even during his backfire, but didn't pan out for him. Axe... I don't know. Oh, he's got a monopod, so he might be able to do this. Yeah, I'm not sure why he doesn't just go straight for it. If he has a turret, he can just put it down immediately. Maybe he didn't see if Hawken had back and he was expecting to still come over. But it's a little risky now because Hawken is coming by. But he's Anubis. He's a little slow here. He's not going to make it in time. Never mind. Dip, son. Yeah, so the damage output from Anubis is definitely higher than Vulcan. Yeah, that's for sure. He can... Once he locks Vulcan down, it's just... definitely Anubis' game, but it's all about Vulcan trying to keep Anubis out the entire time. He's got to play keep away the entire game and hope to, force Hawken into some rough spots where he overextends and such. Or just, truly pokes him out enough that he can get a kill from afar. Yeah, pretty simple start so far for them. The guy with Bancrofts got outlasted in the sustain game and had to give up red. I mean, that's very common. That's pretty much what happens, just about every time. Unless you get a big opportunity with the Bancrofts too, and you completely get to force your opponent out. And Hawken had that, but then unfortunately threw it a little bit with the no-scope ult that didn't exactly pan out for him. But he's got his ult back up now. Axe also has his. The Vulcan ult really isn't all that impactful yet at this stage. I was surprised to see Hawken not immediately go for an ult there instead of just one. Because Axe, quite literally had his back to the wall there, so he might have been able to do it, but given the finished Bancrofts is such a huge power strike, isn't it? Power spike. Oh, great use of the ultimate for the CC immunity. He made sure he couldn't be knocked up, and he had Axe in a really bad spot. But unfortunately, it doesn't result in anything for him. Just a wasted ult, no Aegis used by Axe, no counter ult even. So that ends up being a fine engage for Axe. He's only gonna miss he's got the Groot there, so he's only gonna miss one creep if any. Yeah, so all in all, works out. I mean, if you can outlast those early Anubis ults, you're in the clear. At least for a little while, until you hit... I don't know, all game though, Anubis is so scary. But in the very early, when he gets that Bancroft's power spike, he's definitely at his most dangerous. That's when you got to be the most scared, because at that time you don't have, like, you know, generally you don't have two, or you're not gonna have two actives to be able to deal with him. You're not gonna have the more health and defense. A lot of damage here, but no ults available. Yeah, I think Axe is in a really rough spot, like I said, in this matchup in general. It's gonna be interesting to see how he tries to navigate it, because in every engagement he's just getting outbursted hard. But Vulcan, you know, he comes online in the late. That's his shit. So, oh wow, it just came up, that ult. Ooh, so fucking ballsy of Axe not to Aegis, I was gonna say, but unfortunately that ballsiness costs him and he goes down for it, because Hawken was able to find the extension to finally end the life of Vulcan there. Rough, man. He didn't react in time for that final Aegis there. He didn't even realize that, you know, that anything was coming for him. Thought that he was pretty much out clear, and then boom. And yeah, that's rough. First blood to the Anubis. A matchup you really don't want to be in. It's got some potential here. There's no mana on Hawken, but a good Aegis will keep him through. Even if he didn't Aegis there, to be honest, I think he would have been fine. Axe only has cooldown boots and tier 2 Genjis at this point. It's just, he's not hitting very hard. Actually surprised to see, he's using that emote. Surprising to see that Hawken went for an Aegis. Definitely expected out of Axe. Either Aegis or Beads is pretty standard against not Vulcan, Anubis. But I don't know. I never respect the Vulcan ult enough. Oh, Axe actually did get that blue, so that's a nice little pickup for him. Yeah, I never respect the Vulcan. Goddamn, my words today. The Vulcan ult enough. Personally, I never go Aegis against it. I would have went like Beads and just tried to go ham. Or gone Shell though, because I think Shell is just like better than Aegis. Because the Vulcan ult is not like a Poseidon ult. It's not like all encompassing. It's not just like straight up one shot you. Uh-oh. He finally does use his Aegis here though. I don't know if he can turn sights though. Wow, if that wrap hit, that was curtains. He's got an ult. Does a good amount of damage, but he misses the backfire. Oh no. Yeah, Axe is probably just gonna have to turn tail here. And Hawk is looking from over the wall. He gets it. Oh no. You know he's got to be feeling himself right now. I was like, all right, even if he hits him with this, it's only going to hit one tick. There's no way it's going to kill. But he got him perfectly centered, and Axe had completely stopped moving, so he was not at all expecting it. Once again, catching him when he least expects it for a quick little kill there. Yeah, Hawken had vision through the wall there because of the creep, so he was able to see, you know, Axe's exact position. Lined it up perfectly. And this is one rough game, you know, ahead of Axe. This is, by the way, I think the most stacked tournament we've ever had. Everybody in this is so good. And this is an unexpected quarterfinals because Axe actually, you know, took out Jabber. It's only unexpected though because Axe doesn't get to enter as much. Ooh, just on the outside of that ult, unfortunately. Oh, so close. Wow. Yeah, because Axe... Oh no! He went the way of the turret without realizing it at all. He could have just went out the mid, but he didn't know that there was a turret there. Walked straight into it with no cooldowns up. Holy shit. My man just got soloed by this turret in a pivotal moment. Defining moment for Vulcan. Yeah, Hawken's definitely got those shaky ults this game. It's true. His ults aren't coming out too clean. He's missing a little bit of damage that he could be getting extra. Both guys doing their blue buffs. Axe with the red buff online, and finally got Pen He hasn't got a stacking item, which is interesting because usually Vulcan almost always does, given that he's a late game god. That's generally like his thing. You almost always guarantee that Vulcan is going to go into the Warlocks, but in this position, Axe, I guess, doesn't feel it. Doesn't think it's going to pan out for him because he wants to keep up with Hawken and not give him any time to really breathe. I guess, he's valuing the late game of Hawken over his own, too. Could definitely be part of it. Hawken goes for a Shield of Thorns here. And I don't know if that's going to be the biggest pickup because most of Vulcan's damage is like, what's the word? It's not always like chained together in quick succession. So he can really like separate his damage and like decide when to, go back in with certain things. A lot of it is poke damage too. So I don't think that the thorns, which are really all about going like up against like an all-in kind of front. Wow, I don't think he should be sticking around here. This man, he's getting bopped at every turn. Axiu has completely turned this game around with that one turret play. Ooh, but a good bait from Hawken. That was cute. All right, he figured he can ult to lifesteal off of the creeps and potentially kill Axe there. Smart, ability to value his ult there and recognize his position, as I didn't. I forgot he had ult. And I forgot Bancroft was broken. Hawken finally picks up defense actually now. He went into it late. I didn't even realize that. And that's definitely a big reason why that turret was able to, get the kill on him there. Oh, both players going to Spear? Or, oh no, I'm sorry. Axe has already, of course, got the Obsidian. He's going for the anti-heal, the Divine Ruin here, which is definitely the play. Up against Anubis, you need anti-heal. There's no way you're going to be able to beat him if you don't get it. And it's great on Vulcan, too, the Divine, instead of like a Pestilence, because you're always keeping yourself, very far up the lane away from it. A lot of damage to both, actually. That's interesting. Surprised it looked like Hawken was going to come out on top there. This is scary. No ult available for Hawken yet, though. But as the longer they do this ring around the rosy, the closer Hawken gets to having it. He has it now. Aegis is up, but if he gets wrapped, he won't be able to use it? Okay. Nice ult. Turnaround from Hawken, though, with this Shield of Thorns. It does, in fact, end up working out a lot in that position up against the ultimate itself. So if he Shield of Thorns just for the ult, as long as Axe is already that low, it works. Ooh, see, that is so dirty, that Bancroft, man. But he ends up getting the red buff again. Axe is the king of a buff secure.
Big Dick Boyo.
That actually sucks. Axe really bit off more than he could chew there. Goes straight in with the Big Dick Boyo. And could not Aegis because he had no beads. He was fully CC'd with that wrap. Stunned till death, and that's rough, man. One little slip up like that will cost him so much. We got a really great matchup of players here. And I gotta say, I think it's incredible that Axe is able to fight this well into the Anubis. But it's not, not to say that, Hawken's not doing a great job himself. He's had some insane plays this game. Gem of ISO is looked at here next for Hawken. I like it because he doesn't have much health already. Just the 150 from Genji's. And ISO, works well with Anubis, adding to that really potent slow that he's got.
Who's the most broken boyo right now? My nigga Nshadow.
Ah, damn it. Most broken boyo, though, I'd have to say probably Axe as of this game.
Thou shalt suffer.
Not bad. All right, but how do I end this? If I ban somebody, can they not donate bits or? Oh, otherwise I can just turn on the browser source, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so sorry about that. Immature kitties, man. But alright, so Hawken up a solid level here, but it's not too bad. The thing is the gold is about 1k. Missing a couple of these wraps though, kind of just throwing them out. Looking like Nshadow wraps out here. My Anubis notorious for having good like positional ability, you know, being like strong on the engage and shit, but never hitting the wrap. Hawken, unfortunately, looking similarly weak on his wrap game right now. He's not a wrap god. Gem of ISO also picked up for Axe here. Oh no, he actually rethinks it. He's going for Magi's. You almost never see this against Anubis. A lot of people talk about it being really strong. I've done it. I've definitely done it once or twice back in the day. Back in like early season 3 and stuff. Maybe old season 2. I remember doing it especially on Assassins because you can't like, you know, you can't fight into. He got that red again. Are you serious? Holy shit. He just walked by and pick it up. Wait, does he have it? No, I'm an idiot. Alright, never mind. Wow, the damage from Axe right now, but he's got the ult. The beads is good, and then an Aegis. Oof, he gets both for his trouble. That's really good for Hawken. He's in a great position here. I think Hawken should have got Blink, dude. You blink on Vulcan, and you just end his life. As long as he gets the beads, he knows the beads are down. Like in this position, say he had a Blink. He just fucking go on it, and he's dead. Every time. So that's another reason I feel like this matchup is rough, because if he gets that Blink, he just sticks down. All he needs is that one opening. But this is really, really risky. I have no idea why Hawkins put himself in this position. He's just gonna kill both. My man Axe is gonna get a double kill. He is. Why? That seems like so blatant of a throw. I don't know what the... He used his ult. He knew that he had nothing up. I guess he just overestimated how quickly he'd be able to take the fire without his ult up. Now also ults. Goddamn, Axe looking to take down this tower. I like how he put his tower down there. Or his tower, his turret. God damn, you guys, something's happening to me in this game. Send help. I like how he put his turret down there as if the tower was gonna shoot at him, even though it was disabled. He's a Vulcan through and through. So the Magi's are of course gonna be a response to the wrap here. It'll absorb one wrap every, how many seconds is it now? They've changed it quite a bit. 70 seconds. Whereas I think it started out as being 60 maybe? Was it like less even before that? I started playing back to closed beta, and I know that they changed that quite a bit, but I always forget the exact totals. But yeah, so 70 seconds. It works out. I mean, the wrap obviously is up a lot more often than that, but the idea is that you're not putting yourself in the position to be wrapped that often. While you're on the chase, maybe you are, but you got to be really careful. You still, the best way to play it when you have Magi's is to play it as if you don't have Magi's, because you don't want to be, you know, freely giving up that that CC immunity. It's so important. You're putting an entire item slot into that. So always play it as if you don't have it, because if you let it go too easily, then, you know, you're wasting so much gold. Ooh, and he did get it there with a really clutch wrap that was really about max range. But, you know, Axe can always disengage here now. And the thing is, he's got backups. He's got beads and he's got Aegis. So it ends up working out very well for him. Okay, it was 45 seconds through Season 2. Wow, yeah. Yeah, that's quite a change, man. 45 to 70. The item has seen some shit. Axe gotta be careful here. Doesn't want to have to force out his beams. Both of these guys shooting at that thin air. But that's kind of how it goes sometimes, you know? You're waiting, you're very scared, you're waiting for your opponent's next big move. Oh my god, wow, so much slop. And it's very hard to line up a lot of these abilities in such close quarters when you know that anything can be death. You know, you miss it and you're like, wow, this guy is crazy. Okay, both Aegis is forced out. Axe just sitting there in the ultimate, like, what's good? Oh my god, if that wrap hit. Alright, Hawkins sticks around. He's not really gonna get anything other than this wave. Nothing's up. Once we see a rod from Axe, I think we're gonna... Actually, you know, once we see a rod from Hawking, I didn't realize he didn't even have his either. These guys are gonna be going at it. The gold gap has shrunk so much. Only 100 gold down is Axe. Yeah, Thorns is a good answer against Anubis. The thing is, you don't generally get to go at squishy gods like Vulcan, because rarely will you be able to stand in that ult and just like soak it up and return the damage. In this case, he's not so squishy though. He's got Magi's and Genshi, so I think it would have worked out better for him than Beads. Maybe, but at the same time, no. Because like, you're still, if you get caught, you're dead. Yeah, I think you still got to be a little bit of a tankier god to generally pull that off. It's really good to have the Aegis speed, but you could go, you know, you could go either way. Hawken actually life steals a little bit off that turret too, right? Axe gonna be using his 2 here to take some... I don't know why he's not using his 2 to take some shots at this. Maybe... Oh, I guess he didn't have it that whole time. Ooh. That ult was kind of in vain, though. I'm not sure exactly why he went for it. I think Axe and Hawk, and both of them are, you know, a little unsure of, like, what they did. I'm telling you, man, he's the king of buff secure. That's crazy. He doesn't give a shit about the buff. He just takes them from me. Yeah, so it's really kind of a toss-up kind of thing against Anubis, whether you go both Aegis speeds for the maximum defensive, or you go the Thorns to try to return some of that damage onto him. And usually it's decided by, you know, how squishy you feel you are, if you can actually, you know, send in that ult and turn the damage without dying. But yeah, it could go either way in this kind of position, especially with Axe's build. Fortunately for him, he doesn't have that opportunity anymore. One day we're going to be able to switch out relics and it's going to become ridiculous. Red buff's actually really important here, so if he could have taken that, that would have been great. There's definitely going to be a little bit of a skirmish over the red buff here, unless Hawken gets poked out and he just runs all the way home. So that's great for Axe to be able to pick this up now. Yeah, the red buff here, I forgot the numbers on red buff, man, but yeah, it's doing a lot for you in the late game, given your full build, and you know, it's building off of a lot of the power that you've got. I thought Hawken was trying to go around for the sneaky. He is, actually, but I don't know about this. Axe has still got his Aegis. Ooh, snap. Axe does have ult. He should be able to condition him well enough here. And wow, just finds the turret. I don't know what Hawken was thinking. Why was he hanging around that corner, and why did he not just go home? There have been so many strange decisions from Hawken throughout this set. It just seems like sometimes he has not been, you know, playing quite like himself, not to make excuses for him. But yeah, it's weird stuff. This should be game, actually. You know, because he fully had the option to just go back to base. Yeah, so some things could have went better for him. Definitely could have tried to bridge the gap better and, you know, just get in his face. But it ended up going to Axe with an incredible victory with this Vulcan. Fruit Bowl, baby. That's some good stuff. Holly says he just doesn't know how to fight Vulcan. I feel that. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Yeah, Hawk